Hello and welcome class 8 to your next chapter of final term circulatory system in humans. How the food digested in your alimentary canal reaches each cell of our body, or how oxygen taken by the nose reaches every part of your body. Well, humans have a well developed system whose function is to transport nutrients, gases, chemical substances, waste matter to the body. This system is known as the circulatory system. The circulatory system in humans consists of blood vessels, and the heart. Blood, as you know, is a fluid connective tissue. The human body on an average has 4 to 6 liters of blood. Blood is composed of plasma and blood corpuscles or blood cells. Plasma. The liquid part of the blood is called plasma. It is pale yellow in color. It contains digested nutrients, waste products, and other chemicals. It is about 2.5 to 3 liters in an adult human. It constitutes about 60% of the blood, mainly composed of water, proteins, inorganic salts, and traces of hormones, enzymes, minerals, etc. Blood corpuscles. There are 3 types of blood cells or corpuscles which constitute about 45% of the total blood. These are red blood cells or erythrocytes, white blood cells or leukocytes, and blood platelets or thrombocytes. Red blood cells or RBCs, erythrocytes are biconcave disc-shaped cells, and the mature red blood cells do not have any nucleus or mitochondria. This provides more space for hemoglobin, while the biconcave shape increases surface area to carry oxygen attached to hemoglobin, the pigment in red blood cells, as oxyhemoglobin. Used in the bone marrow with a lifespan of about 120 days. There are about 5 to 6 million RBCs in each millimeter cube of blood. White blood cells or leukocytes are larger than red blood cells and do not have hemoglobin, hence they are colorless. They contain nuclei, but they do not have a definite shape and are shapeless like an amoeba. They are also produced in the red bone marrow as well as in the lymph nodes. They have a lifespan ranging from 12 hours to 12 days, but their number is much less, about 4,000 to 13,000 per cubic millimeter of blood. WBC count increases suddenly. It indicates infection in the body. They are called the soldiers of our body, as they protect the body from infection by destroying germs and foreign bodies such as bacteria and viruses. Blood platelets or thrombocytes are colorless, disc-shaped cells without nuclei, much smaller than red blood cells and white blood cells. Their number is about 200,000 to 400,000 per cubic millimeter of blood. Again, they are produced in the bone marrow, but they have the shortest lifespan of about 3 to 7 days. They prevent blood loss or excessive bleeding by forming clots over wounds and cuts. The various functions of blood are to carry nutrients after digestion and absorption in the small intestine to every cell, to transport respiratory gases from lungs to body tissues and back to the lungs, transportation of waste matter to the kidneys, distribution of hormones, protecting body from pathogens, preventing loss of blood by clotting, regulating blood temperature, maintaining salt and water balance in the body. Depending on the presence of proteins called antigens and antibodies, the human blood is classified into 4 groups. Karl Landsteiner, an Austrian biologist, was the scientist who prepared the 4 basic blood groups. Antigens are proteins present on the surface of red blood cells, while antibodies are present in the plasma. There are 2 types of antigens, A and B, and 2 types of antibodies, A and B. Based on presence or absence of specific antigens, human blood is classified into 4 groups, namely A, B, AB and O. Blood group A has antigen A and antibody B. Blood group B has antigen B and antibody A. Blood group AB has both antigens A and B but no antibodies. Blood group O has no antigens but both the antibodies A and B are present. The process by which blood is transferred from one person to another is called blood transfusion. Blood transfusion can only be carried out after matching blood types, after seeing that both the donor, the one who is giving blood, and the recipient, the one who is getting blood, are compatible. Blood group O is called the universal donor since it can be given to a person with any blood group. Blood group AB is called the universal recipient since a person with this blood group can receive blood from any other blood group. Another antigen called the Rh factor is found on the surface of red blood cells. It was first discovered in rhesus monkeys. About 85% of human beings have Rh factor, hence Rh positive. The remaining 15% do not have Rh, hence they are called as Rh negative. When Rh positive blood is transfused into a Rh negative person, the recipient forms antibodies against it. But in the first transfusion, complications do not arise as Rh antibodies are short-lived. But in case of second transfusion, after a short period, the recipient's antibodies will attack the transfused blood and cause problems. So thus, before blood transfusion, the blood groups of donor and recipients as well as their Rh factors have to be matched to prevent clumping of RBCs. An Rh negative person can donate blood to Rh positive person of compatible blood group but cannot receive from an Rh positive person. Here's a chart showing blood compatibility for transfusion. Blood is transported to all parts of the body through a network of hollow tube-like structures called blood vessels. There are 3 types of blood vessels: arteries, veins and capillaries. Arteries are the thick-walled, elastic, muscular vessels that carry blood away from the heart to different body parts. They are distributing blood vessels. Arteries mostly carry pure blood except the pulmonary artery. Veins are thin-walled vessels having valves as they carry blood towards the heart from different body parts. They mostly carry impure blood except the pulmonary vein. They are called as collecting blood vessels. Capillaries are the finest or thinnest blood vessels, about 1 cell thick, connecting arteries with veins. The walls of capillaries are only 1 cell thick to enable the diffusion of oxygen, carbon dioxide, and other materials into the cells. Arteries end as arterioles into blood capillaries, and veins begin as venules from blood capillaries. So this is about the transporting fluid in our body, blood. In the next session, we are going to study about the human heart. Thank you.